Hey everybody, my name is Natalie and I'm here with YuBalance to provide you a short yoga flow packed with a handful of my favorite stretches. So this flow will just be a few minutes. It's good to do in the morning to wake your body up, get your blood flowing, or even at night you can breathe deeply into the stretches to help you wind down after a long day. All right, so we're gonna start out on the mat. We're gonna come into a tabletop position, stacking those knees under your hips and wrists under your shoulders. We're gonna start out just with some cat-cows. So inhaling, take a nice deep breath in, arch through your back, take your gaze towards the sky, and then exhale, press into and away from the floor, rounding through your spine. Excellent, let's do another big breath in. Good, and exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Once again, inhale for a cow, and exhale for cat. Lovely. Inhale to return to a tabletop. We're going to bring our big toes to touch, knees come out to the edge of our mat, and sit your hips back towards your heels to come into a child's pose. So here you're welcome to rest your forehead on the mat, press your palms into the floor, arms stay shoulder distance apart, and here we'll find a nice deep breath in. And exhale. From here, let's walk our hands in front of our right shoulder. I'm gonna stack my left hand on top of right and lean out into that left side of my body. Good, so I'm really feeling that stretch down through my lats, getting into those ribs. Really try to lengthen with each inhale. Good, on your next exhale, let's come out of that side stretch. Walk those hands past middle and come in front of your left shoulder now. Right hand stacked on top of left. Lean out into that right side of your body. Beautiful, so again, we are breathing here into this, feeling that stretch down through your lats. Let's take one more big breath in. And exhale, walk those hands back to center. We're gonna inhale to draw ourselves back up into a tabletop. Bring those knees back under your hips. Curl your toes under your feet and exhale, press up into a downward facing dog. Good, so if this is first thing you're doing in the morning, you can go ahead and pedal those legs one at a time towards the mat. Maybe you're already a little more stretched out. Reach both heels towards the floor. You can even bend your knees and reach your tailbone towards the sky. Good, let's find some stillness here. Taking a nice big breath in. And exhale. Good, inhale to lift that right leg up behind you. Don't worry about how high it's going. We're actually gonna bend our knee here and open up through some hip circles. So we'll do a few clockwise. Good, and then let's switch that up. We'll do a few counterclockwise. Awesome, we'll go ahead and inhale to straighten out that leg and shift all the way forward into a pigeon pose. So here we want to think about aligning that right ankle in line with our left wrist, right knee in line with your right wrist, sitting straight over those hips. You're welcome to keep your shoulders lifted or go ahead and crouch down into a sleeping pigeon if that's more comfortable for you. So nowadays we all have pretty tight hips, so this stretch might be a little intense, but try to just breathe through it. Really let that upper body relax. And we're gonna hold it here for a few more breaths together. Letting that body sink into your hip with each exhale. Good. Let's go one more big breath in and out. Good. So if you're like me and you're crouched down in our sleeping pigeon, let's go ahead and lift those shoulders back up. From here, we're going to transition into a low lunge. So I'm curling my toes under my feet. I'm going to lift that left knee off the mat. All right, and bring my right leg around to the outside of my right hand. Good, so if this is a little too intense for you, you can always go ahead and just drop your knee to the ground again. All right, but for now I'm gonna keep mine lifted. Ah, good, really getting into those hips here. Let's take one more big breath. And then as we exhale, I'm gonna start to straighten out my front leg to move into a pyramid pose. Notice that I also stepped my back foot a little bit closer to my front leg. So I'm shortening that stance just a bit. All right, if you're not all the way here yet, where your chest is down on your thigh, you can always grab some yoga blocks or books to help prop yourself up. You can also place your hand on your shin or even up on your thigh to help decrease that stretch just a bit. All right, but our goal here is to keep our shoulders squared to the mat. And we're gonna take one more big breath in. Awesome. As we exhale, let's bend through our right leg. Both hands are planting back on the mat. And I'm just gonna return into that downward facing dog. So hips are reaching towards the sky, heels are driving towards the mat. Next, I inhale to lift my left leg. Good, bend through that knee again, and we're gonna start with those hip circles. Good, so this time I'm starting counterclockwise. And let's travel clockwise. Breathing as we do this. Awesome, let's go ahead and inhale, straighten that leg, and then shift all the way forward into that pigeon on our left side. So this time I have my left ankle in line with my right wrist, right knee in line with my, left knee in line with my left wrist. And then again, either keep your shoulders up or go ahead and lay down into that sleeping pigeon. Good. So opening up our hip here on the second side. You can even check around, make sure that right leg is straight behind you, sitting right over those hips. Again, trying to relax here into this stretch. Let's hold for 2 more breaths together. Nice deep inhale. Good, exhale, sink a little deeper. Awesome, inhale to lift those shoulders up. Okay, we're going into that low lunge now, so curl your toes under your foot, lift that right knee. Your left leg is gonna sweep around to the outside of that left hand. Keep your knee lifted or drop your knee down to the floor. Okay, but we hold it here for one more big inhale. Good, exhale. Awesome, and moving into our pyramid pose now. Let's start to straighten out that left leg. You can kind of transfer your hand to the outside of your foot. Step that right foot a little closer, and we go into our hamstring stretch on our left side. Again, option to lift yourself up, place your hands on your thighs or on your shin. Just try to avoid your knee. Good, keep those hips squared to the mat. And together we'll take one more big inhale. And exhale. Awesome, you guys. Let's plant those hands back onto the mat. I'm gonna step my left foot back into a plank, just lower down into a tabletop. And spread your knees out towards the edge of your mat. We'll sit back into child's pose. And there I will let you rest for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, feel free to continue on with your day. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this flow. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out our YuBalance YouTube and Instagram pages. All right, for more information on how to get fit, check out YuBalance.com. Thanks.